So we're now in the AHDB building.
Boo, careful, Boo, because we don't want to corrupt the AHDB.
Here we go.
No.
The live started here.
That's you're on YouTube live, aren't you?
What?
Next time.
Oh, I thought you were just like them.
So we're talking.
We're getting this sorted.
Yeah, I'm going in.
How do we go live, Ollie? Sorry.
Technical issues of doing this is a nightmare.
All invitations go live. Right, so we're at AHDB.
Yes.
Absolute nightmare just trying to get this all sorted out as to what is going to be happening with it.
Yeah.
Agri leader.
This is BBC. Right, host.
Hey up,
co-host,
Andrew.
co-host.
Hey Rob. How we doing?
We're live.
We're live.
Say hello, Gina.
Hi.
Are you gonna?
Rebecca. Boots and heels. Charlotte, Ashley there.
Hi.
Well, I can't add you as a host. Can you see that bottom? Have you got that bottom corner?
Oh, I'm watching Gina.
I'm host.
Me?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm watching you.
Got these two guys just sorting out what we're going to do on TikTok. What is this TikTok?
There we go. So we've got this side of the room.
Can you get down?
Have you got your volume off?
Volume off.
Right. Can you hear me?
Is that offensive to anyone who's live? I think it might be.
Guys, I'm just going to manipulate you a little bit just so we get the organ shot.
It won't let me
Manipulation happening here.
Doing it live, trying to organise it. This is
Max is sorting it all out.
Come on,
Isaac.
Right, I can't actually see
Bit eating Isaac's built on. Very good.
And in 3 minutes' time, we are doing a big live with a big camera at the other end.
Hi everyone, we're going live. We don't really. I'm going to get you in, Charlie. Here we go. I'm here. It's all live.
So guys, what we're doing we're doing a little bit of what's going on now.
This is
And then
good.
we're going to go to the AHDB. That's the important one. If you want to follow what's going
I feel like
on,
you're on there.
Just makes sense. Just do it.
Turn your volume down.
Photographer. It's. Oh.
Have you spin?
Oh, I can hear it on this one.
It was going to be you, Charlotte, wasn't it? Let's face it.
Right, so if you're also watching, we're in the AHDB offices. We're going to do a live video stream on YouTube, so go and find it at AHDB on YouTube. But we're going to dip in and out on here, some of the lives, just so you can see who's in the room. A couple of celebrities in the room.
Hi.
Say hello, everyone.
Hello.
Business.
Oh, the
You need to turn the volume down. The problem is, we're trying to do lives all at the same time, and it's just a bit feedback, isn't it?
Why? Who's got volume on?
This one here.
It's mine, I can't turn it down.
So we're going to get Sharp to turn the volume down.
It's me.
Going back.
Yes.
No.
Gina is splitting the atom. Doing the artwork.
Isaac, you have 2 minutes. Okay.
Right. So in 2 minutes,
Love that 2-minute reminder.
YouTube channel. I need a.
Ooh, how do you watch it on
Jack says,
YouTube?
Georgina, will you marry me?
Oh, this has started.
That's
fantastic.
fantastic. I'm so glad this is.
Love Charlotte and Tom.
Oh, I've done it. It's alright, I've done it.
I figured it out.
For Charlotte and Tom. So are you live now?
Charlotte, are you ringing me?
No.
Yes, you
Still
were.
playing on your.
Oh no, is it me? No, sorry. I think I was trying to call you for some reason. How can I call you from this?
Technical issue here.
And I'll pick,
Bear with.
yours picks up the sound. Yeah, go on. No, but I'm hearing everyone else as well.
Yeah, all turn your volume
I
down.
can't.
Mine's completely off.
Because we can hear each other because we're sat across the table.
Silence.
How do you put yours inside?
Silence.
Down with the arrows on the side.
No, I've got mine on.
T-1.
Oh gosh.
Uh-oh.
Are we
Uh-oh.
live? Are we?
One not.
When
I've not gone. Do you want me to go live as well?
I'm very confused.
Okay, we're just.
Maybe for the first bit, at least. I don't know. I don't know how these things work.
Let's just all
It's
go
only so
live
that
and just
people
do it.
know. Yeah, people on TikTok
No, it's happening.
know to go to YouTube. So, have you gone live, Charlotte? Charlotte's trying to go live.
No, I can go live. I can't turn my volume
Oh,
down.
come on, George.
Right, are we live? So it's 8
Do it
o'clock.
on your phone.
Are we all live?
Isaac,
I'm on.
Yes.
I have the room. So are we live? Are we live? Yes.
I'm
Is
alive.
something counting down here. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the first ever Agri Leader Circle of Influence. Very welcome. We're live from the AHDB offices, and so let's see who we've got around the room. Tom, let's start with you. Tell us a bit about yourself.
So I am Tom Pemberton, a farmer from the North of England. I'm a dairy, beef and sheep, do a bit of diversification in farm shop. We deliver milk to doorstep for about 60 years, and I personally do a little bit of YouTube as well.
Excellent.
My name is Charlotte Ashley and I'm a beef and sheep farmer from Cumbria. I am on YouTube and better known for TikTok.
Right.
And also, first time on toll roads. If any.
Yeah.
And Starbucks have a drive-through.
I'm Becca, I'm from Boots and Heels, a farmer in North Yorkshire, sheep and arable, and I do a bit of podcasting on the side as well.
Excellent. Joe.
I'm Joe Seals, so we're beef farmers and we do a bit of arable, so it's a mixed farm, mainly finishing Aberdeen Angus cattle, which we love because they're just so like relaxed and calm. And started on TikTok. Never thought I'd be doing anything like this at AHDB and things like that. Like this feels like it's way out of my league, but anyway, loving it.
Right. Gina.
Hi, I'm Georgina Salmond. I'm currently working up in Lincolnshire on a farm which is a mix of flowers, arable and potatoes. So, yeah,
What flowers?
good question, I don't know. I've only been here 2 weeks, give me a chance.
She's been digging potatoes at the moment. I'm Ollie Harrison, a cereal farmer from Merseyside, which is near Liverpool, if anyone doesn't know where that is. I do a little bit of YouTube. I do contract on YouTube or Ollie Blogs, whichever you want to find it. This live stream that we're watching on that is on everyone else's device around here. It's the first for us to do, and it's actually live on the AHDB's YouTube channel as well. So if you get fed up with the phones flying around the room, you can watch on the main camera at the other end. Over to Mark.
Good evening all. So, first circle of influence, we've got these great people here, and I must admit, as a southerner,
He's got no sense of humour.
there's too many northerners here.
We need a translator.
So, quickly about AHDB, if you don't know, we're a statutory levy board, so we collect levy from these guys around here, and our main role is to try and support the industry in various different ways in terms of exports, market research, knowledge exchange, and all sorts of events. And a bit of a plug up on the screen there, we've got a really important meeting on the 10th of November, the Delivering the Future of Farming. It's an online event where you guys can find out from the vote that we had earlier in the year where your levy's being spent and where the sector plans are going over the next 5 years.
Max.
My name is Max McGillivray from Beanstalk Global. We have a great ongoing series with the AHDB where we interview some cracky people. Shemi, Olympic skier, we interviewed last week last month for the second time. We're a media platform that mainly major on the likes of LinkedIn and Facebook rather than some of these guys, which is why I think it's so inspired by Mark Isaac and the rest of the HDB social media team to get all of these influencers together so that we can create this change that we want to see. So yeah, let's see how this first broadcast goes.
Thank you, everyone. I'm Isaac van Heerden from the Agri Leader team. What we try and do in Agri Leader is we try and help people lead themselves better, lead their people and lead their business. So, Mark, Circle of Influencers. Tell us a bit about that.
So a bit of a random idea, but
Feedback.
it's going to happen somewhere.
Charlotte, was that you again?
One strike.
I'm stupid to join it.
So
Never mind.
Circle of influencers, it's a bit of an idea. It's about focusing on what you can control, and what you can control it's about the influence that you have within your circle. And that's all about great conversations with great people. So we've brought some great people around the table today that are all farmers, so that we can have some great conversations and actually make that start and start having those conversations.
And we're making the start here, but chuck in your comments into these guys' feeds. Chat, and tell us what we should be talking about in the future. Hopefully, if we'll have them back, if Ollie behaves himself, we're going to try and do this every so often. And yes, and so tell us what the topics are you want us to discuss about or talk about. Right, let's kick off with the first question. You guys are all facing quite a lot of challenges at the moment, so let's start on that. What do you see as your biggest challenges at the moment, and what should we be talking about in the future? Tom, let's start with you.
The biggest challenges in farming, probably input prices.
Yeah.
I think everyone can agree with that. The price of everything seems to be going up. Yeah, the price of the end product is kind of high at the moment, but the price at the start what we're buying at is super high. So I think that's the biggest issue on our farm anyway. Or, well, the biggest worry probably.
Yeah, Tom, it's not just now, it's like a year down the line of commodity prices drop, but your
That's
input
it.
prices, your
100%. We're buying 12 months in advance, really, aren't we? Of putting nitrogen onto a field, making that grass grow. For me, to make silage, to make the cows eat it, is your winter feed.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of the arable guys are saying, but I can just relate to myself. And nitrogen for us has been the big cost. And obviously we're a family-run business, so when I know costs go up, like my mum has to pay them, so me and my dad will find out. You know, we know about it anyway. We just don't tell her until the bill comes. But it needs to happen. You can't. For our system, we can't grow grass without that nitrogen.
Yeah.
And then it got away from nitrogen, which is the easy one. Obviously, we've got cake. You know, cake price has gone up for us. We put a bit of cake into our cows, so even young stock just to grow.
Yeah.
And the arable guys will say, obviously, the price of wheat has gone up, but the price of our inputs has gone up, so the price of the wheat's going to go up. The price of the wheat goes up, the price of feed goes up.
It's interesting what you said though about you buying things a year in advance. Well, in arable, you're buying things a year in advance, and then you sell it a year after as well.
Yeah.
Like with milk, it's kind of like sold within the first week, isn't
So
it?
yeah, so you're saying the crops that you're selling now at the higher prices, the crops you're selling now at higher prices, you were paying less for the nitrogen and stuff. I know it works out right, but at the moment
it's 2022 now, so I'm buying fertiliser for 2023 for a crop that I'll sell in 2024.
Yeah.
Which is just,
I've just played devil's advocate.
Yeah. But like the whole like bankrolling of that.
it's impossible to budget, surely.
Well, yeah.
And I
Especially with
think,
interest rates going up.
and I think from my perspective, it's farmers are taking on all the risk in that
Yeah.
with that, and so how do we have the confidence to invest if you can't guarantee anything, and often you're buying high and selling low? So we're asked to be as innovative and efficient as possible, and we're doing what we can, and farmers want to be all of these things, but sometimes we just can't be.
Yeah. And if you want to invest in a new grain store or a new combine, with interest rates going up, again, it's just another uncertainty, another added cost. This is all very doom and gloom.
Yeah.
Is there light at the end of the tunnel, or is there just no end?
We've just got to keep going, haven't we? Like, as farmers, I think, like, you need that nitrogen to grow your crops. It's like you're gonna have to get it, aren't you? You've got to. That's the thing. It's like this.
I could answer that one a little bit. Again, I see it from my side, dairy side. So prices, we've never seen it hit 50p a litre.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? We've broken the 50p a litre. We've broken the 99p for a 2 litre in a supermarket. Do you know what I mean? That was a big thing, because the supermarkets were saying we don't want to pay or charge our customers over £1 for a 2 litre. Now that's happened. That's broken. So hopefully, fingers crossed, that input prices come down. But we've broken that. And if the supermarkets can put their prices a little bit high because they were scared, because we all knew that milk was a loss leader, now they don't have to do that. It becomes a normal that milk's at 120, 130, 140 higher for the 2 litre. So looking at the bright side of it, trying to look at every cloud of silver lining, hopefully it's broken that bit.
Yeah.
And when prices come down, they're not scared of going, okay, well, customers will pay more than £1 for a litre.
We all knew the bottled water.
Yeah, it's mad, isn't it?
I was going to use the sugary drink example, that a can of sugary drink is £2.50, and it does nothing for you nutritionally, whilst your milk
It'll
grows kids.
definitely as well.
Okay.
Is it the same with wheat as well, breaking the 300?
Well, yeah. So it's hovering back around the 300, but was it April to May time? Hit the 300 and
So what
200 was a barrier for a while.
What do we say? We've got to push it upstream to the retailers,
Maybe it is.
so that you're getting more returns because your supply costs are going up.
Yeah. So maybe it's a bit of pain now for some good for 5 years down. Okay. The only issue with it, like a lot of farmers, when the price goes good and stuff, we go, okay, let's weigh in, let's produce lots of milk. That could be. That's what we don't want to do. Is go, produce lots of milk, then have a lot of surplus. You better, in the nicest way, you better having 2% demand than 5% over demand. because that's when prices drop out.
Yeah.
From a beef and lamb side, what do you guys think? So what's your approach?
With everything going up and beef being like a premium meat, I think it like can get difficult in that people will just swap onto chicken and we'll just swap onto pork because they're cheaper meats. So like, yeah, when things are getting more expensive, I think it looks gloomy for beef.
Down trade.
Yeah.
And I would agree on that, and we've actually got to build this relationship with the consumer so they appreciate that what we're producing is high welfare and we are really trying to do things for the environment. And if that means making better decisions on which products you choose to buy, whether that is in the supermarket, because there is always going to be a place for supermarkets. It's unrealistic to think that we're all going to shop at a butcher and a farm shop for everything that we buy on our shopping list. But it's about educating the consumer, and there's different cuts of meat which are more affordable, and actually it's looking at how to cook them, and then not waste them as well. So we've got that relationship to build with the consumer more and more as well.
I think that's huge. I think that so we all make emotional decisions, and especially so with food. So I think it's building it, and that's why things like what you guys do on social media are so great, because it builds that rapport and gets people to know what we do and how we do it on the farm.
And that's such an important part. You think of all the meetings that Isaac and Mark and I have gone to over the last 20 years about trying to get the consumer excited about food. 6 out of 10 kids don't know where fruit and veg comes from. But with the likes of yourself influencing them, just the folks here, can you just run around the numbers of people that you've got connected to you so we can just understand? Go on, just quickly around the table, just rough numbers.
What do you mean?
Of followers that you have.
Don't make me follow him.
Max, you start with you.
I've got my mum.
Question here actually, on a serious note, could we survive with not exporting material and not importing self-sufficiency?
I reckon we could.
Isn't it August we run out?
Yeah, we're not
60
something percent.
Live and survive are two very different things, aren't they?
Precisely.
Yeah.
Yes, live. Will we stop people eating avocados?
No.
Will we stop people eating strawberries in December?
No.
Because the consumer doesn't know where they come from. They don't have that
Yeah, but
understanding.
even then, they know that they can get it.
Yeah.
It's available, isn't
We're
it?
left the world we live in, we can get it. So why? Oh, I fancy strawberries. It's Christmas. It's special. I'm going to pay X amount for it.
Yeah.
I'm just going to do it. You
But
know
then-
what happens at Christmas?
But then there's technology that Dyson Farms,
could grow it here,
with their amazing new greenhouse, they will be growing strawberries 12 months of the year, and there's vertical farming.
But they just can't with the energy prices at the minute. Like
Yeah, no, but with LED lighting, the energy prices are
lower.
as
They're
long as they
relatively
get the margin.
low,
Yeah.
aren't they?
Yeah, but then that comes to, are we going to be self-sufficient as a nation in supplying? There's this comment that we talked about before that within government there's a statement that we're about 4 missed meals from anarchy. So if Michelle in her 1-bedroom flat with 3 kids in London,
right.
if she can't get
Well,
4
Callum.
meals for her kids, the government's got a problem. So you always notice that the government is always trying to make sure that there's food security within the UK. And again, why you guys are so important.
But sometimes do you think we're almost speaking from farmers and we have the luxury of knowing what is in season, being able to know that we've probably got one of our own lambs in the freezer, we've got probably an Arga, and maybe we work at home quite a bit, so we can just nip home to put something in the Arga. So for us, cooking is easy and a luxury. Picking stuff is easy and a luxury. You talked about potatoes. I bet you could take a bag of potatoes home at the end of the day, and that's not easy for our everyday consumer. So are we a bit sitting in our ivory tower saying we need to eat in season, we need to pick right, but does every consumer have the
very
ability to
I think
do that?
we've all got a job.
Privileged.
We've all got a job in helping with that. We've got the We Eat Balance campaign and Love Lamb Week and things like that, which is great. But it's also people like you helping the consumer understand and understand it doesn't have to be a massive roast. There's some quick, easy ways of doing these things.
And that's the thing I reckon where TikTok's come in now. We have shown the world so much more than people didn't know about farming. Like we show our day-to-day lives of what we think is the normal, but to someone else that's completely
It's
unheard of.
alien.
It's
Yeah.
really
It's
alien,
alien.
and people don't understand. Oh, this is the behind the scenes. This is how many hours people have to work for us to eat this little bit of food that's cost us a certain amount, which they just go to the shop and pay for. They don't see the work that goes behind.
I don't think they want to half the time.
No, they do see it, and I just hope, I always used to see it as I hope people makes you appreciate what you've got. Like, you go to the shop, you'd be like, someone's put their so much time and work into producing, for example, this beef or these sheep. They don't, like, obviously I can't make everyone appreciate things, but it just hopefully gives people an inside view of what's kind of going on.
And also realising that there's people behind it, because people, as we saw in lockdown, the whole buying direct thing actually really grew, and people like to have that story behind where things have come from. It's not a faceless, massive...
a good connection.
Yeah, absolutely, which helps.
And I think, so like you said earlier, that is not necessarily just with the butcher or whatever. So that is great, but that's not affordable for everybody. But it's, you know, so even the people that have to buy from the supermarkets, they can still have that connection through the various things that you guys do.
Just quickly, I'm going to go off TikTok and then go live on YouTube now. So if you're watching, you have to go
Did everyone get that?
How did you go live on TikTok?
I know, mine.
Yeah, if you want to
Here we go.
Tom Pemberton.
Does anybody
So
watching?
everyone been looking at my phone.
Yeah.
I'll be
How do you
like,
go live
I've
on
literally
TikTok?
googled how do you go live on TikTok.
And if people are liking this talk, remember to press that like button so it sends it out to more people.
Right, so Tom,
Enjoying it. It's good. Sound has gone.
How they run themselves on
No sound. I'll close it off and
Max,
then.
and how do you go live on TikTok? Well, let me tell you, Max, and what you do is you get one of these.
Still bad.
The normal medium-sized supermarket, guess how many lines it has that so Joe Public can walk in there. Guess how many things they could buy?
Must be a few thousand.
Oh,
So 32,000.
32,000.